Hey MAGA, while we have your attention, it's time to talk about the other thing Dumpy never talks about. Maybe you're finally starting to see that a liar's gonna lie and a cheater's gonna cheat. Before we get into it, please follow along, like, share, copy, hit all the buttons, because TikTok is massively suppressing my content. Oh, and of course, this is for entertainment purposes only. Now let's break it down. Right ear, right hand, blood on his face, but zoom into this picture. That right hand, spotless, white shirt, completely clean, not a single drop of blood. And the blood itself, a perfect streak. No smear, no pooling, like it was applied for effect. I ran this photo through ChatGPT, and here's what it flagged. Blood pattern, no splatter, no pooling, more like a surface scrape than a gunshot. Facial expression, calm, upright, steady, not the reaction of someone who just took a bullet to the head. Response, Secret Service shields him, but there's no wound compression, no stretcher, no urgency. Blood consistency, thick, clean, almost theatrical, not remotely what real arterial bleeding looks like. And instead of laying him flat, standard protocol after a head wound, they let him stand, raise his fist, and pose for the cameras. Next, I want to show you a video of Dumpy being rushed off the stage when he actually thought his life was in danger. I'm pretty sure he shit his pants. Now let's talk about the shooter. A 20-year-old who couldn't even make his high school shooting team. He carried a ladder and a drone into a secure zone. 3 rooftop warnings were ignored, 6 agents were suspended, but no one was fired. And Dumpy brushed it off, saying that Secret Service just had a bad day. This is the same man who's been feuding with Rosie O'Donnell for 20 years and just threatened to revoke her U.S. citizenship. But someone tries to unalive him and he's suddenly all about forgiveness? He is a malignant narcissist who's built lifelong vendettas over SNL sketches. But he's just gonna let this one slide? If this were real, he would never shut up about it. But a year later, no medical records, no scar, no reports on the shooter, just silence. Almost like they want it forgotten. Now let's dive into the security detail. Secret Service denied multiple requests to beef up Dumpy's security. Bystanders repeatedly yelled out warnings to Secret Service. They pointed at the shooter, and they were ignored.
Absolutely. We're pointing at him. The police are down there running around on the ground. We're like, hey, man, there's a guy on the roof with a rifle. And the police were like, oh, what? Like they didn't know what was going on. We're like, hey, right here on the roof. We can see him from right here. We see him. He's crawling. And next thing you know, I'm thinking to myself, why is Trump still speaking? Why have they not pulled him off the stage?
Now the kicker. Thomas Crooks was a known Trump supporter. MAGA signs all over the yard. His parents were on a Trump campaign list gathering information on all the gun owners in the area.
Channel 4 News can reveal that Thomas Crooks' father, the owner of the rifle that was used to shoot at Donald Trump, was held on a database and profiled by the former president's election campaign and identified by them as a strong Republican supporter, gun owner, and hunter. The information was compiled as part of a secret Republican project to gather data on millions of gun owners across America and use it to target pro-gun messages in the run-up to the 2016 election.
And Thomas appeared in a BlackRock commercial 2 years prior. And that brings us to the money trail. The day before the rally, 12 million shares of Dumpy stock were shorted. They later called it a clerical error, but it was by a firm that trades through BlackRock's system. Dumpy stock spikes, then crashes, and BlackRock hits record highs. But don't worry, it's all just a coincidence. No motive, no manifesto, no information released. And the next day, Dumpy's golfing. No bandage, no visible injury. But when the RNC rolls around, he's suddenly sporting a maxi pad on his ear. Meanwhile, a father and husband lost his life shielding his family, and Dumpy never even called his widow. You know who did? Joe Biden, but she declined his call out of allegiance to Dumpy. Here's the bottom line, MAGA. If it doesn't serve him, he doesn't care. This was nothing more than political theater, and 2 people were unalived so that a narcissist could stage his comeback. Do you remember the lead up to this? He was tanking in the polls, bleeding with suburban women. He absolutely floundered in his first debate with Biden. And then, poof, villain becomes victim. Instant reboot, because they've seen this work before. After after someone tried to take out Reagan, his approval rating jumped 17 points. The public ate up the Tough Guy Act. Dumpy's handlers knew that, so when things got desperate, they ran the same play: blood, drama, and a fist to the air. The all-too-perfect shot that they slapped on merch the very next day. Just another grift, and MAGA fell for it. History repeats, but this time people So question everything. Honor the victims, demand the truth. You're not crazy, you're just awake, and they're counting on you to let it go. Don't.